So, a little while back we collected these pieces of leftover wood floors from our previous projects, but there are some challenges. The first one, that all of them have different sizes. So if we start with the longest side, as I think you need to do, we have to stack them up in such form that there is one of the same size for each of the layer we put down. So I'm gonna have to sort them out first. The second challenge, do we have enough wood? So I guess we won't know until we finish it up, or hopefully we finish it up. So let's see how we go.
So here I'm roughly sorting out the pile to see what we have.
So it's not too bad. We have 3 different widths which we can work with. Plenty of different lengths with some really long ones. So hopefully that will make the job faster. And different shades, so we'll have to mix it up a bit. But first, let's start with the underlay.
Starting with the longest side, I believe will ensure your floor is as straight as possible. And also I had long pieces, so I just wanted to make sure I make the most advantage of the longest one to minimize the cutting. The most difficult, I guess, with this job, not knowing exactly what I had, was to figure out the pattern that I wanted the floor to look like. So I didn't want something too geometric, too regular. So I guess the best way I figured was to lay it all out on the floor and move pieces around and then start to stack them up together. Also, that allowed me to see if I had enough wood for the whole surface. And now let's the magic happen. It's kind of like putting Lego together. And by the way, if you're wondering what that tool is called that I'm using to hammer them in, I have no idea. I just call it the hammer thingy. In case you're wondering, I'm not using any glue or putting any nails in. I'm installing it as a floating floor. I like the idea of it being non-permanent. I can move it around or easily change things around if I don't like it. I don't have power at the cabin yet, so a bit annoying, but each time I have to make a cut, I have to walk all the way back to the main cabin to make that cut. It kind of slows down the process, but at least I'm getting my steps in for the day. With the sun setting and dinner looming on the Sunday night, I had to leave this project hanging until the week after.
Hello, so the work week is finally over, so 5 days later, I'm finally ready to try to finish the cabin. I only have a couple of layers of boards to put, so hopefully we can finish up before the weekend so we can do more interesting stuff on the weekend. See how we go. And this is done. With 1 hour left on a Friday evening after work, we managed to finish the whole flooring before the weekend and before tackling new projects on the cabin. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So that's done. I'll probably end up putting a few nails in just so that the floating floor doesn't move too much, especially at either end of the surface. And also put the borders in. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the results. We'll have probably a better view tomorrow with the light, but it looks quite good. Pretty happy with the result. Let me know what you think. Cheers.
I hope you liked this video on a DIY floating floor with recycled wood. If you did, put a thumbs up and don't hesitate to subscribe if you don't want to miss the next one. Until next time.